So today we'll be talking about no, not that. I'm not talking about what the. Today we'll be talking about the the aspect of Bruce Lee that we never knew that. Well, we knew, but it wasn't as because we people are inspired by his films, especially Into the Dragons and other his other films that he made. Now, Bruce Lee was a very amazing man. Now, a lot of people know for his martial arts, right? But there was a treasure that was in him that we never knew was existed. And as I flipped through these pages of wisdom of his, and I was reading, and I was like, I was blown away by, and I was profound that I was blown away because that this guy, not only is he great in martial arts, his skills and kung fu, but for his wisdom. Now, philosophy, if we take back what its philosophy is uh, philo. Philo means love, and then Sophia is love. So we mean it's the love of wisdom, and that within this page that it will open your eyes to who he actually is. He wasn't just a martial artist, a kung fu guy, or a kung fu master, a father, uh, a husband to his wife, but he was a philosopher. Now, not many. I don't know if many people knew that that Bruce Lee read. He read a lot. Like he read 2,000 books. He have a whole library of not just martial arts, every aspect of martial arts, probably got karate, all the other martial arts, but also on spirituality. It talked about in here. But also, I found out that he read 2,000 books in his Chikundo book. Now, what amazed me is this: not only is uh, Bruce Lee is amazing on film, but where he get ideas and when he speak the truth, it's so amazing. Like how like most people know understand for be like water. When you pour water in the cup, it becomes the cup. And this year alone, I understood what it meant. Like what it meant. Like like it was profound. I was like, oh wow. So today I'll be reading a couple of pages from these uh, wisdom of Bruce Lee. So it started off with his wife. Dear most fortunate reader, something about Bruce Lee has attracted you to pick up this book. You recall his screen image, a great fighter, fast, powerful, an opponent to be feared. Man is a pure physical condition with wishboard, abdominal, uh, broad deltoids, defined forearms, an actor who uh, personality excite you, charm you, and inspire you. Perhaps you have seen this film many times. Classic, still unsuppressed in martial art genre. But Bruce Lee, oh yeah, Jackie Chan was inspired by Bruce Lee. I think also, I mean, many people inspired. Like he won the game of the mind. Like not like everybody know Bruce Lee, right? Read on, my friend. For within these pages of this book, John Little delivered you an adventure of spirit, an opportunity for you to know the real Bruce Lee. During our marriage of 9 years, this is she talking. I knew Bruce Lee probably more thoroughly and intimately than most. Oh yeah, and I forget to say that no matter how much a person that we look up to, they will always be having struggle and overcome their doubt, self-doubt, and insecurity. Like a lot of people don't realize that, like these self-doubt. I don't know. Some people don't. Some people I don't know. So, as In his outward life, I saw him struggle to overcome stumbling blocks along the path to attainment of his goals. In his interior life, I watched him struggle to overcome the self-doubts and insecurity that plague us all. Bruce would be the first person to tell you that he was not a perfect man, but more important, he would say that his mission in life was to become a real human being. His journey was a constant progress process of evolving one step at a time, with the object being not just to reach a state of perfection, but to experience life with every nerve exposed, fully in touch with gut level feelings and cerebral sense. To this end, Bruce dived deeply in his psyche to define and refine his own philosophy of life. All knowledge is really self-knowledge. Bruce often said, meaning that the more a person exposed him to learning to opportunity, the more these experiences enrich, enhance, and become part of who that person is. Bruce was the model of self-educated man. His formal education extended through his junior year at the University of Washington, where he majored in philosophy. When Bruce left college to open the Jun Fun Kung Fu School in Oakland, his education did not stop. Far from it, he continued his quest, the fascination that he had driven him from early age. How does the thinking process of an individual prepare him to actualize his fully potential in a superior way? Bruce was determined to learn about this process within himself, even as he trained his body for strength and efficiency. So did he discipline his mind to search for the cause of his ignorance. So intensely did Bruce Lee focus his attention on this task that his mind became absolutely centered, while at the same time he was filled with a blazing, amazing awareness of all that went on around him. The essential Kung Fu man, by exploring the depth of being, he was able to nourish the seed of his personal philosophy, which grew and blossomed into the real Bruce Lee, the man you have experienced as prodigious fighting machine that you will now get to know as a philosopher, a man who was beyond his words. There are others who are good martial artists and fine actors with fabulous physiques and are richly rewarded for their talent. But there's something about Bruce Lee which make him irreplaceable in the hearts and mind of his followers all over the world. More than 2 decades after his death, I continue to receive a steady stream of mail from people expressing their admiration for Bruce. A 13-year-old young man, born year after Bruce Lee died, write to tell how Bruce has motivated him to do well in school. A professional man in his 50s tell him how his life moved in a positive direction because of Bruce's influence. A young woman says she was inspired to study martial arts because of Bruce and her confidence has soared in all levels of her life. The stories are enormous, but similar in theme. Bruce is a role model, a hero image, and a real human being. So yeah, he affected us all. But Bruce, when I read about all these pages, that holy crap, like he helped us with challenges life that it dealt with, like how if a person is like having an attitude or like maybe his day is not going well, uh we should not, we know this, right? But he actually lived it in, he did, like I remember in this book he was talking about there he was having I don't know, it was in, I have to reread again, but he didn't, he was either in a restaurant or something and he didn't let that waiter affect his mood. I might get this wrong, but I could flip through it, but he didn't let that affect him, and he was like, "Why should I let someone affect my mood? I'm happy. Might as well. I'm here to begin with happy, so I don't want to change it. I like it, or something like that that he said in this book." And you know, through all these like stuff that I read about him, like it is amazing that how that this guy is so fast, so powerful, like, but he has a golden nugget for everyone, for entrepreneurs, for teachers, for just about everyone that come in contact with him, that he could changes the way we think about things, the way we see things, the way how we react to things. And he knew that people who have a really bad life or struggling, they will try to attack others to make them feel good. That's what he said in the book. And that he knew that in their life, like, people who challenges, well, that's what he said in this book. People who challenge other people for fighting, they feel uh, the need to prove themselves that they can, because they feel like they're not worthy, or they have their life is not going well. I noticed over the years that either for people who their life is not going well, they will hate others on their success or stuff like that, because their mind and their story in their mind is in turmoil. They're in conflict with one another, because if they were truly to understand that they don't need to do that, they don't need to attack other human being uh, to make them feel good. I mean, like, they can start feeling good if they change the way they see things, even if their life is not going well, even if they're pissed off at the person. Look, I think that's the worst way to make you hurt another person, and that you just to make you feel good because your life is not going well. But the point being is that was, I think it's within these pages that he said that. And here we go. So here we go. So when it comes to, he also talked about water. Oh, this one I want to get into. I don't know. Oh, here we go. The words contain wisdom that belayed his years, and that review and understanding in considerable depth. This is not to imply that his perception on the human condition suddenly came to him intuitively. He studied long and hard, varied books on philosophy, religion, and spirituality. He read and he reread passages by men such as Lao Tzu, Sun Tzu, Confucius, Tenzye, Socrates, Plato's, Baranch, I'm butchering the name here, Spinoza, and Rene Descartes, and David Hume, and as well as the more modern sages as I'm trying to push Jiddu Krishnamurti, D.T. Suzuki, and Alan Watts. He searched among their words for eternal virtuities and attempt to learn more about the ultimate nature of the soul, the universe out of which it grew, and of the humankind in general. It was philosophy that was truly the passion. The martial art was simply the route he chose to express it. We all can choose to express our needs. He expressed himself a lot, like a lot. And that I think that too many people are afraid to express themselves because people will attack them. Usually people will attack you. I remember a long time ago, there was people do strange things. That's all I know. People do very strange things to get your attention, man. And that within these pages, we learn who he was. And I'm trying to find the pages within these to talk about. So he's famously for also water uh, philosophy, right? Okay, so I'm gonna read it. This Okay. This experience and conclusion that Lee drew in from his serve to create his famous water analogy with which we open this chapter. Lee would frequently evoke this analogy to illustrate the principle of yin as it applied to facing adversity or combating force. Lee observed that water was so malleable that it was impossible to grasp a handful, and then when it struck, it was impossible to hurt. It was at once both pure yin by virtue of the fact that it was remained one of the softest, most yielding substances in the world, and pure yang, and that it was also capable of penetrating the hardest forms of matter. It could be calm like the still surface of a pond, or turbulent and violent like Niagara Falls. The nature of water then is to adapt itself instantaneously to any obstacle in its path, and by moving it pace, begin a natural process of surmounting it. In other words, the lesson to be learned from water is that if we can learn to flow with adversity, we'll eventually overcome it. Additionally, it is only through our flowing with life that we are able to adapt and grow. Indeed, life is movement, with the results that if we cease to flow with it, it passes by. As Bruce Lee said, running water never grows stale, so you got to just keep on flowing. The nature of water, Bruce Lee held also revealed a philosophic corollary of yin and yang, that of a necessary blending with adversity. That's where he got it from. Water! I finally understood what he said all these years. Good God. I was like, because I become aware of what powerful message that he hit us home. This is not just a philosophy for martial arts, but it's also for us, for everyday folks, for people who are just struggling with life. And that if we can learn to use this analogy and use it in our life, we'll be amazed how where our life will go. And that we can become anything. We can become powerful as well, but we can also become uh, calm and but but the thing is, when an obstacle comes, it will come. But it's how you deal with that, and how we can take this water uh, analogy and take it to our own and apply it, and how we can be flexible when it comes to obstacle when whether we get a rejection or no, or life dealt you with um, things that's hard. I wish I knew this when I was little, that when life dealt with you with hard, that no matter what happened, be flexible and fluent, but powerful like water. That it can come over obstacle, anything. So that's what this book, amazing book, is. I believe that everyone should get it. Everyone, like entrepreneur, law of attraction enthusiastic. He also reads Think and Grow Rich. If you don't know what that is, um, yeah, it's a great book. I love it. So now here's a take on I like that. Out of reading that, it changed me. It changed the way how I saw life. Like, of course, I read many other things that changed the way how I saw life, but through him alone, it changed the way how he sees things, how he knew that at the age of 30, around 30 or younger, he knew this. Like, he was aware of his surroundings, he was aware of himself, he was aware the nature of things, the spirituality, the that surround. He also said in that thing, but he knew. So how can we use this in our life that make us more, not like Bruce, but more of our own uniqueness that we can express? Too many times we read a book and we try to imitate these books. What I mean is, it's good, but So my thing is to make it your own. Bruce Lee always talk about always make it your own. Don't copy. A lot of people copy. So try to be you instead of trying to be copy. I know, but if you be you, I think you will like you much more better than try to copy. But that would go against what everybody loves to. Let me tell you, I do too. Like go Bruce. All right, thank you for watching me talk about Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee has. I wish he didn't, you know, pass away, but he did. But you know, he has so much to offer to the world, man. Like that's crazy, but that's all right. So today, that is the topic of the philosophy of Bruce Lee, the warrior. That's it. I mean, there's more, but there's more that I haven't covered. So, but it's good. It's good. That. So subscribe to my channel, like my video because I do book reviews and stuff like that. And I'll see you next time. Bye.